I lost 50 pounds in 3 months postpartum, and I did it all without dieting or restriction, deprivation, or spending countless hours in the gym. So today I'm going to share the 3 exact strategies that I used to get these amazing results and get into the best shape of my life after having my daughter. If you're new to my channel, my name is Tasha Stevens. I'm an integrative clinical nutritionist and hormone expert, and I've supported thousands of women in ditching symptoms, getting results, getting answers, and feeling their best, all without dieting, restriction, or deprivation. And I just had my first daughter, who's now currently 9 months old, and was able to get into the best shape of my life postpartum, all while living with 5 autoimmune diseases. So in order to start this video effectively, we need to bust the biggest myth that's out there that you cannot have your body back after a baby. I remember being told, as a child that once you had a baby, you'll never have your body back. You'll never be like yourself again. You'll never, feel like yourself. And that's absolutely not the case. This old wives' tale was formulated by diet culture to make you think that you need crazy restriction, deprivation, or really insane extreme tactics in order to chase those results. And they almost kind of hold you back or create that glass ceiling because diets aren't designed for your success. They're designed for you to fail. So you're constantly chasing diet after diet, trend after trend, trying to feel your best again, when reality is you're looking in the wrong place. And now it's not uncommon that women struggle to feel like themselves again post-baby, but the reason is because pregnancy and postpartum is the single largest hormone shift that you ever experience, and it's in such a short amount of time. And so if your hormones are disrupted prior to having a baby, and then you have the crazy swing of hormones during pregnancy and postpartum, and if you're not being proactive in supporting your hormone and system needs, it can lead to further system disruption. And the truth of the matter is hormones don't just magically rebalance themselves. Things like life stressors, nutrition, diet, exercise, they all disrupt hormones further. And so the longer you go without supporting your hormones strategically, the farther from balance and results you get. Then, if you were to get pregnant again, your hormones are farther from that center point. So if this is balanced, and then this is where you're at post your first baby, and then you get pregnant again, see how you're farther from that center point? And so that's why you constantly hear women say, I was fine after my first baby, but after my second, it was, way different. And that's because they're even farther from that state of hormonal balance. And so we need to be proactive in supporting your systems and healing your systems through strategic nutrition and fitness intervention. So in order to get the results of your dream and to get an even better results than you were maybe pre-baby, you need to implement these 3 strategies. The very first is you need to identify and address your hormonal disruption. Here's the thing, your symptoms are signs that there's hormone disruptions. Hormones happen because systems are disrupted. So we need to assess your symptoms and symptom patterns to determine what hormones and systems need the most support. It's not uncommon post-pregnancy that you have severely disrupted progesterone levels because progesterone falls, imbalances with estrogen as a result of low estrogen production and increased estrogen stores in the body, as well as insanely high cortisol because your body is stressed from the trauma of giving birth, as well as taking care of your little one and being sleep deprived. So what we need to do is we need to look at all of your symptoms in conjunction because they're immediate biofeedback, and use those symptoms to create a strategic plan. Now that second strategy that helped me lose 50 pounds is moving through a cycle-synced reverse diet. How you fuel your body directly influences your hormonal production and filtration. You also need fuel to keep your body going. And if your body feels that it's deprived of any nutrients or fuel at any time, it gets stressed out and it becomes resistant to fat loss, as well as that deprivation of energy and nutrients disrupts hormone production and filtration. So we need to focus on nourishing your systems and nourishing them strategically. But here's some common things that happen. First, you might feel like you don't have any time to eat because you're so focused on taking care of baby. You might be really focused on eating less because you really want to get those results. Or you might think, well, I don't need to cycle sync my nutrition because I don't have a cycle. But all of those couldn't be further from the truth. Again, secondly, when you chronically undereat, that increases your stress response. Cortisol is released as, a part of that process. Cortisol disrupts estrogen, it disrupts progesterone, and it increases your body's propensity to store fat as a fuel source to make sure that you always have energy reserves because you're depriving it of what it needs. So if you undereat, that's only going to add more stress to your already stressed body, and we don't want to do that. You need nourishment for your systems. You need the right nourishment to re-stimulate hormone production pathways once you get your period back. And you need the right fuel to make sure that you're able to do the 8,000 things that you're responsible for. And then third, even though you don't have a cycle, you want to promote your hormone production pathways. When you eat the right nutrients at the right times and in the right amounts, your body regulates with that, and that promotes proper hormone production, promotes healthy ovulation, and ensures that when you do get your cycle back after you're done breastfeeding and after, whenever it's right for you, your hormones fall right back into place and they know exactly what they're supposed to do. So this is why it's important to still eat in alignment with your cycle phases, even though you don't necessarily have a cycle. It's like providing your body with the bumpers or the road so that it knows where to go and how to respond. So this means that you should be eating foods for your follicular phase, your ovulatory phase, your luteal phase, and even your menstrual phase, even though you don't have a cycle. And what I recommend doing is just outlining a standard 30-day cycle or whatever your period used to be, and following the aligned dates for each. So for example, 5 days in the follicular phase, 5 days in ovulation, 14 in luteal, and maybe 5 in menstrual. Adapt it to what your cycle traditionally is and follow it consistently, even though you don't have a period. That third and final strategy is cycle synced strength training. Once you get the go-ahead from your doctor that it is safe to resume exercise, the most important exercise that you can reintroduce is cycle synced strength training. And the reason is because strength training is the only form of exercise that can simultaneously balance your hormones as well as help you burn fat. In fact, strength training alone can balance estrogen, testosterone, insulin, and cortisol all in one workout. That's pretty insane, right? And it has to be cycle synced because just like you have different nutrient needs based on your cycle needs, you have different metabolic and energy capacities at your cycle phases, meaning that your body can only really properly respond to particular intensities and workloads when hormones are in the right place. So if you're constantly doing too much high intensity, or if you're not necessarily working hard enough at the right times of your cycle, it can lead to increased stress, which can decrease your results, break down muscle, and leave you feeling fatigued and overwhelmed. That's not what we want to do. Exercise is a positive stressor, and we want to get the positive effects from it. So we need to be strategic in how we use it. And even better, when you do it this way, right? When you work out in alignment with your hormones, you don't really need to work out 5 days a week. In fact, you can see amazing results with just strength training 1 to 3 times per week, which is even better because you're a mom and you have a million other things that you need to do, and you can't be spending countless hours in the gym. So strategic cycle sync strength training allows you to get the most out of your time, out of your hormonal capacity, out of your metabolic efficiency, and the most results. I also recommend doing full body splits, meaning rather than doing a bodybuilder style workout, focus on doing all of the primal movements that encompass all full body 24/7, because this allows you to get more in your workouts. You don't have to work out as long, and the active full body workouts actually has a higher metabolic demand compared to different splits. So you get the most bang for your buck in that time. I also recommend keeping your workouts to less than 45 minutes because anything over 45 leads to an increased stress response, which again, we don't want. It is absolutely possible to feel your best after your baby, and it's absolutely possible to be able to take care of them, but also take care of yourself and feel great in your skin because nothing is better. You're a confident, sexy, badass mama. Own that. So I'm excited for you to try these strategies and let me know how they go in the comments below. However, if you're ready for more support, if you want to dive right in, then I absolutely recommend that you apply for one-on-one nutrition and strength programming. We write a completely customized for you program based on your hormonal needs, your lifestyle, your time commitments, the equipment you have available, your food preferences, everything. And then most importantly, we give you the one-on-one coaching and accountability to support you every single step of the way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.